helping people, just being there to help them, you know, just being there. Loving on them, giving them what they, nursing is not only about a cut or a wound. Sometimes we have emotional wounds. You know, sometimes our heart needs healing. Sometimes we just need somebody to talk to. And I just like being that person. My name is Tauheedah Rasheed from Miami, Florida. I relocated here 10 years ago, and I came in search of going to school to be a nurse. I started out as a CNA. I worked as a CNA for 9 years and graduated as an LPN from Pensacola State College with the help of HPOG program in December of 2003, and it changed my life. It's an awesome program. The HPOG program came about actually how many years now? 3 years ago. HPOG has been in 3 years, and I'm one of the first applicants, and I needed to re-educate myself for CNA because I went to school when we first moved here in 2004, but I didn't get certified for CNA. So when that happened, I went ahead and worked for 7 years, and I wasn't certified. So I went back to PJC and asked, how much would it be for me to pay to get into the CNA program again? They said, well, I think it was Miss Sarah, I can't remember her last name. She said, we have a new federal program opening up, HPOG. They were literally setting up their office, putting up all their stuff. Miss Ingrid Barnes, come on in, you know, let me get your application and sign you up. So I stumbled in there, I say by grace, you know, divine intervention. I stumbled in on a program that is awesome. I was one of the first applicants, and they got me started, and it was on a roll from there. So I didn't know it was there, but at that time, when I got there and they said they're setting up, it was like, thank you, you know, thank you. So it felt good. It felt good. His timing is always right. I was excited, and also I was like, well, are they going to call me? Are they really going to call me? Because at that time in my life, I had been through a lot of letdown. So I was like, well, she got my application and stuff. Well, let me try to keep up on them. So I was calling and stuff. And Ms. Ingrid was like, we got you. We got you. We just setting up. We just getting to get together. We got you. So, yeah. So without HPOG, I would not have been able to go back to school because financial aid, as far as they were concerned, I tapped out my money. I didn't make good on it. I didn't graduate. Why would we give you more money? You have to pay this off before you could get any more. So that program saved my life, and it jump-started my life, and it gave me a future. It did. I'm a realist. I feel as though you should tell people it's not going to be easy. You know, you're going to cry. You're going to struggle, but at the end of the tunnel, you're going to see the light, and you're going to see a rainbow. And once you see that, it'll be all worth, you know, all those tears and everything. You'll remember them, but you'll say, it's worth it. I know why I went through that. It's worth it. It was, but they were always there for us. All the ladies at HPOG, they helped us, they supported us, they were our shoulders to cry on if we needed. They helped us with daycare, they helped us with tires for our car. A lot of people had problems. We had a lot of issues because in school, sometimes you're so tired, you forget to pay your rent. You forget to pay your bills, or you can't pay your bills, and they helped. Anything that came up, they helped, and it was awesome. It's a foundation, you know. They put a foundation underneath you. Like becoming an LPN is the beginning of nursing. Once you do that, then you could bridge on to an RN. You could do it online. You could do it in the classroom, however you want to do it, but at least you have your foot in the door, and that's your foundation. You could work and get your experience, and while you're going to school, you could work and make good money. I want to master this. I want to master it, learn all I could learn, do all I could do in this, and then eventually move on. But I don't want to, it's not about money for me. I mean, money, we all need it to live, but it's not about money for me. It's about who I could help and who I could impact. So it is, HPOG worked along with WIA, which is the Work Investment Act, and they also worked along with Catholic Charities. And those three combined together dynamic team. They helped, and when one couldn't do or one didn't do, the other one picked up the slack. Catholic Charities was our case management, like you said. They checked on us. How's everything? You know, what do you need? If anything I could do. And they were wonderful. For a lot of us, it was like getting out of the bracket that we're in, getting into a new bracket, buying a home, you know, buying the dream car we want, and stuff like that. So I work alongside one of my classmates now at Counselit, and she loves it. She has a little baby, and we're all doing real good. We're happy. We're happy, and we feel secure. We have security. It does, because like I said, I was a CNA, but when you start off somewhere, I feel as though you should always want to advance. And with that program, they helped us advance, and it does give us more benefit. You know, like instead of working a job that you're just getting paid and you're not paying into retirement or benefits or anything like that. I didn't get that. I didn't get benefits. I didn't get retirement. But with the job that I have now, I get retirement, I get benefits, I get, you know, so it does pay off, and it gives us a sense of pride and integrity, and it helps the economy. It helps us. It does. Because when things are real hard, especially money-wise, some people tend not to do it because they say, well, I just can't afford it. But with HPOD, they give you that lift, you know, and they pick you up and you get where you're going, you know, and you don't need it anymore. They put you in a place where you don't need it anymore. You could stand on your own, and we could stand on our own. I work at Escambia County Jail. I love it. I love it, you know, because I get to help, you know, where people who may not have someone to help them, or people have abandoned them or forgot about them, we're there to say, what do you need? Can I help you? You know, within our scope of practice, what we can do. And we give them that love and that care that they need. Sometimes they just need someone to talk to. Sometimes they just need someone to hold their hand. You know, and a lot of times when people go to jail, people just forget about them, even their own family. So we're there. So I love it. And I work at the nursing home Counselit. And I love Counselit. I love being around the elderly, and I love being just interacting with them and seeing them, talking with them, listening to them talk. I just love it. It was at graduation. It was at graduation, and in the last weeks of school, like they were saying, well, you're taking pictures, oh, you're capping, you know, getting your cap and stuff like that. It was like, oh, we finally did it, we made it. All us in class were saying that we did it, you know. It's big. I mean, we don't have a lot of little kids in my family. My kids are like the little kids, so I feel good about that. I impact them, and they already say, I want to go to college, Mommy. My daughter says she wants to be a pediatrician or something like that. She want to work with little kids. So that's good and proud. My whole family, everybody. I'm the first nurse in my family, the first college graduate. My mom was a single mother. She raised me. She worked as a dietary supervisor back in Miami at a nursing home. And I grew up in a nursing home, and I always care about people, no matter who it is. If I'm on the street, in the store, if I see someone hurt, I see someone struggling, that's just my nature. So I felt as though I wanted to be a nurse, and I tried in Miami, but I couldn't. So I said, well, let me see. And at first it was just being a CNA, but I always wanted to be a nurse. It was exciting for them. It was hard for all of us. And without my mom and God and my kids being understanding, I would not have made it. Because, you know, they had to get up early mornings and get up and go out with me. I had to go to clinicals. I had to be there 6 o'clock in the morning. If my mom couldn't do it, then I had to do it. So they had to be the first kids at daycare or somewhere to keep them until school starts or the bus comes. It was always something. But they rode with it, you know. Like, Mommy, we're going to get our own house. I'm like, yeah, we're going to get our own house. So that's the new goal. We're going to get our own house. It was times when it was tough, when we had to do finals and we had to do those last tests. You know, if you don't pass this, you're not going to make it. But we all just said, we're going to do it. We gotten this far, we're going to do it. So I think I'm giving them ambition, I think I'm opening up the door for them to understand that life is not always easy, but if you just go ahead and struggle through, it's a rainbow on that other side. Oh, I got 3 paychecks. I got my CNA job, last paycheck. I got my PRN first paycheck from the nursing home, and I got my first paycheck from the county. And me and my children, it was a surprise to them. We went to Orlando to a Universal Islands of Adventure, and it was a surprise. We were driving. I'm like, we're going on a trip, and they was like, where are we going? You know, because I always just get on the road and just go somewhere, Mobile, somewhere, just get out of town when I have free time. And so we were driving, and when we got so far, I said, we're going to Disney World. And they was like, Disney World? I was like, well, not actually Disney World, something your age, you know, will enjoy. Universal Islands of Adventure. So that was our first getaway trip where we just splurged and enjoyed and had fun, and they loved it. Oh, it felt good. I felt like a big kid with my mom's wallet or something, you know? It was like, oh, I have money to do everything I ever wanted to do, and it felt good. This program can change your life. If you're looking for it, go to Pensacola State, Warrington campus. They're right there willing to help anyone who's interested in learning and changing their life.